I know I have been absent for a while and sorry for that, but life has been busy. But something ended up bringing me back. Inside Out 2. No, I still didn't have the time to watch the movie, but seeing people talk about it gave me a spark to work on something. Do you guys remember the Pixar theory? The one that said that all the movies were connected to each other until Elemental, Luca, and Turning Red ruined everything. Well, before those three movies, people used to say that all of the Pixar movies told one big story, split it in parts. I always really liked that theory, not because of the story that it told itself, but because that it meant that movies like Coco, Inside Out, and Soul explained how that world worked. And then seeing Inside Out being brought up again gave me the idea of how would the mind of other Pixar characters work, like Remy, Miguel, or Violet. Well, today I'll be answering one of those. Today I'll be showing you guys how I think that Miguel's mind from Coco works. The first emotion I decided to design for Miguel is joy. I think that he's pretty happy in general on the movie. He's happy with his family, even though they have some problems. He's happy with his dog. And of course, he's happy when he's playing his guitar. A small warning that I'll be disclaiming here is that I designed the emotions based on Miguel's human form and not the simple cartoony versions that we see on the Inside Out movie, because I was scared that they would look weird because they're really far off my style. Now, speaking of Joy's design for Miguel itself, I decided to add musical notes across his shirt because music is a source of happiness for him, and I decided to give a flower detail on his guitar because Inside Out has a lot of flowers on the beginning of the movie. The next emotion I decided to create was fear. Before you guys ask me why, I think it's pretty understandable why I think fear is his second main emotion. Miguel lives with fear from his family finding out his love for music, and I think it's pretty sure to say that the entire experience of, almost being dead was pretty frightening. As for the design of Miguel's fear itself, I know that it ended up looking a lot like embarrassment, and no, I won't be designing any of the new emotions from the Inside Out movie, not because I didn't like them, I like them a lot, the idea of having new emotions as time passes, but it would be a lot of work, so let's skip to the main 5. I decided that for each one of Miguel's emotions I would play with his canon outfit and fit it the best according to the emotion I'm designing. The third emotion ended up being anger. Not because I think Miguel has anger as one of his main emotions, although he has his moments of anger across the movie, but because I had very cool design ideas for this one. I wanted to give him a spiky messy hair like anime. I wanted to give him a sleeveless jacket and ripped jeans. I thought that this, rebel look, I guess would be the term, would fit a lot with the idea of anger. The next emotion ended up being disgust, which was a very hard job because generally I can't think of a single memorable moment on the movie where Miguel is disgusted. So I just gave his disgust a kind of generic design, but I tried to play a bit of his hair to compensate, but I'm not sure. It's the design I'm the least satisfied with, but it's life. It's life, I guess. Then finally, what I consider to be one of the stars of the show, sadness. I think it's easy to say that Coco is Pixar's saddest movie. There's so many things going on, and do I need to remember you guys of remember me? No, I don't think I need to. Anyway, speaking of the design, I inspire myself from the wet hairstyle that Miguel has during that sad moment between him and Hector, and for his sweater I decided to put skulls on it. Although I know that death itself is not exactly a sad and depressing thing on Mexican culture, and that's exactly the whole purpose of the festival, is to celebrate it and remember these people because they're not really gone. But the movie itself shows that although it's a festival and although they are happy thinking of their loved ones, it's still a bittersweet feeling. So I think it sort of makes sense why to put skulls on the clothes. Now, when it comes to the personality islands and the core memories, I could only think of 3 for him. There's definitely a music island because Miguel loves music, and it's definitely something that is both joyful and scary for him due to all the things that I spoke on the video already. I think that he could have an animal island because he loves his dog and he seems to get along well with other animals across the movie, although this one might be a stretch. And last but not least, I think that like Riley, he also has a family island. Now, I don't think that all family island would be sad and joyful at the same time. It depends a lot on what a person feels towards their family and what they remember when they think about them. But I think that it's safe to say that Miguel feels both joy and sadness when it comes to his family. They went through a lot of happy moments, but after everything that happened on the Land of the Dead, that's when I think that Miguel's family island was created or maybe recreated. I think that is to say that it's both joyful and sad. And these are the final results of the emotions, and if there's any other character that you'd like to see the emotions of, put it in the comments. Please leave a like, subscribe, and see you next time!